These little stitched flowers has become my secret weapon for remembering I have choices even when everyone around me is acting like I don't. And here's how. In today's video, I'm just polishing up my yarrow stitching, and if you want to know how I went from this pattern up to this final stages, feel free to take a look at the playlist where I am composting Just Breathe. It's upright in the corner or below in the description. One thing that I really want maybe to emphasize is there's no right or wrong way to do some embroidery. This is my style, and as you can see, I struggle with it sometimes because the thread is getting tangled, and every time I do a stitch, it's a really good reminder that I have the choice to do and to act as I want, and I hopefully help you to understand that you too have this choice. I don't know about you, but when I have those kind of visual cues, be it when I embroider or when I look for the final visual, it's so much different than just rehashing verbal affirmation. It's a lot more effective because it has this link between what I do, and my brain is almost like being locked in what I am doing, and it's a lot more efficient than just doing from I am capable, I am amazing. That sounds pretty curious, but maybe it's something you can try. Like when you are doodling or scribbling something, the way you hold your pen and when you are thinking about something, I truly believe it creates some kind of rewiring in our brain, and it really helps us to just be more focused and to have a lot more impact on our psyche, and on feeling a lot more confident in what we are trying to change in our lifestyle. And if you're anything like me, maybe you need to be this kind of perfectionist or overachiever. So holding the needle and the thread gives me some form of control, and it really does wonder for my mental health, because at this point I have a tangible reminder of what I am capable of doing and what I'm capable of creating. When I started, I just had a pattern, I had some pen, and I've got this very blank paper, so to speak. And as you see right now, I am doing mistakes, and that's perfectly okay. But I have the power to rewind and change and to accept my own mistakes without being too caught up in a downward spiral, and just by embracing that I have some control over my boundaries. I know what I want to enforce, and I know what I want to do with them 24/7. That said, I'm not totally delulu as well. I know that sometimes in a lot of various situations, maybe at work or maybe with your in-laws or maybe in your own family, boundaries aren't really easy to enforce, and you just have the right to deal with them. And the only thing that you can really do is how you can respond to those boundary crossing moment. And it's not always easy, I get it, but every time you have the chance to have a creative outlet or to express yourself, you slowly but surely tell your brain that, hey, yeah, I can enforce my own choices, even when it seems pretty tricky or it seems unusual. Maybe at work, you can't tell your boss to just foxglove himself for sure, but maybe you can remind him that, or her, that that's not part of your actual duty and it's not what you are being paid for. And maybe there are some regulation locally that may help you. You see, it's not that much about the boundary itself, it's how you can just react when those boundaries are crossed and somebody's stepping on your toes. Okay, let's get a little personal maybe, because I was talking about a boss being an a-hole. But in my life, this is something that really pissed me off. Yarrow is supposed to compose Just Breathe, and honestly, I'm sick to hear so called good friends telling me that my salvation is in yoga, my salvation is in green juice, and more importantly, my salvation is in just breathe. And you know what? Every time I do some breathing exercises, because my therapist is explaining that it will regulate my nervous system, it will calm me down, I'm getting angrier than before. Nothing can really help me to get over my emotional state than doodling or scribbling or writing or doing something creative. And that's okay. Per se, just breathe is just another tip, but it doesn't have to be a one size fit all exercise or one size fit all tip that you have to comply to get your adult badge of honor of the day or whatever trendy at the moment. I hate when we are spoon feed to accept tips that are just rehash of something stupid. It's just like saying, I don't know, eat your broccoli because broccoli is good for everybody. Sure, it doesn't mean I'm not allergic to broccoli. You see, it's not because it's good for me that I will do it. But if I find something else that is good for me and I'm not allergic to it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not that totally stupid human. I've got a brain and I'm using it. And so do you. So, yes, just breathe. I hear that self-help tip from so-called friend when I was in the university, and I had to deal with teachers and surroundings and people who were just mean for the sake of being mean. My friend come with a big smile and just told me, but just breathe, it's gonna be okay. And honestly, if I had $1 each time she told me that, I think I would probably be a billionaire. Because when she had some bad day or whatever awful happened to her, maybe a bad hair day, I don't know, the only way she coped with these feelings was by drinking wine. And if you drink wine, go for it. It's good for you, probably, or not. I'm not here to judge, whatever. But when I told her that, but why don't you just breathe? Everything will be okay. She she just looked at me with that stare, just as if I was asking her to, I don't know, become a glittery unicorn with pink hair or whatever. Suddenly, a wonderful apply to all tips was just not for her because she was way too amazing for this basic stuff. So, bear in mind that it can be the tip that makes you angry, but it can also be the people who tells you that, because they are very eager to tell you what to do, but they really apply their own medicine. So maybe take a step back and have this conscious or this awareness that it's not because they tell you something that it's true, and it's not because they are supposed to be your friend that they have your best interest at heart. But you know, another final idea around the beauty of embroidery, it's durability. The same kind of durability you built when you are strengthening your inner confidence, your unapologetic self. You're taking step by step, stitch by stitch. And when the piece is completely done, you just have this amazing token of I have built this from scratch and it is made to last. As long as I keep it, it's gonna last. That's probably, to me, the most potent visual anchor during chaos, because we experience chaos 24/7, let's be honest, especially if you're over 30. You may have to deal with aging parents and kids and teens and your spouse or partner, or maybe you're newly divorced or an empty nester. Everything around you screams chaos. And when you've got this yarrow hanged on your wall or on your nightstand, it's a powerful reminder of who you are, who you can be, and what you're capable of becoming. Before I say goodbye, thank you for staying with me in the entire series about composting Just Breathe. This yarrow pattern is available on the Woven Arcana shop. The link is in the description box below, and it includes my no curse fabric prep method, as well as a quick hit tutorial playlist whether you are left-handed or right-handed, because mastering embroidery isn't the point, remembering your power is. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a real pleasure to be with you. Let me know in the comment if you've got any question about the pattern or how you can use it, or tell me if you're just too afraid to start embroidering, and I do my absolute best to answer your question. Thank you very much and see you next week. Bye bye.